And welcome back, everyone. My name is Voice of Reason 467. We're going to be doing Mass Effect this time around. And of course, last time I forgot to turn on the fucking goddamn sound. Specifically for the stream, of course. I didn't notice there was sound there on the stream for a while. I need to make sure to pay attention to more of that. So let's go and continue where we left off last time. And I'm going to go ahead and see where it is that we need to go for the next couple of streams here. But first, we're going to go ahead and see what the deal is with the admiral. Because, you know. Roma, be quiet. We're going to go ahead and go back to that admiral there to inform him of what happened to his little crew there for a second. But first, we should probably go ahead and talk to some of our companions here whenever we can. So yeah.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard. Shepard?
Rex?
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough, but you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Interesting.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Master gear. Okay, I think I'll probably go ahead and save up for these ones here real quick. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get some light armor here, some scorpion stuff. Yeah. Let me go ahead and get this here. Nah. Okay. Alright, okay. Okay. Let's do that. Just in case we piss her off, you know, so you...
Hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
Okay. Let's talk with Ashley then.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
How do you get from relying on ourselves to mistreating our allies?
I don't mean we should mistreat them, Commander. I just think we should be prepared to go it without them. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
You've got a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
You sound like one of those Terra Firma party pamphlets, Chief.
Terra Firma is a pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia and bigotry. I hope my reasons are more rational. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth-centrists as our own.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
Nice.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Not everyone has a happy family life.
I know, but I'm not gonna bet she's on our side just because Benezia didn't hug her enough. I'll keep an eye on her. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Interesting. So we already talked with Caden beforehand. So I guess we'll go ahead and head on over to... Well, we will head on over to the Admiral over there. But first, I think we'll go ahead and continue to, well, survey some of these planets. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oops, my bad. Wrong one. I'm used to B being exit, not X. Okay. Sparta, Gnosis, and Athens.
Message coming in. Patching it through. Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Okay then. Turian insignia recovered. Scans of the planet Pharos revealed an abandoned base on its moon. The recon team found nothing of interest, but much of the debris was marked with the Magna Colony insignia. Interesting. Okay. While scanning this gas giant, you detected a large concentration of helium-3. Okay. Okay. Proteus has a large amount of free oxygen. Nice. We're not gonna be reading all this because then we'll be here all fucking day, every goddamn day. So, you know. Figured I'll go ahead and go over to Macedon real quick. Just to get this just to get this cluster out of the way. Okay. Scans from orbit have detected a large concentration of xenon. Okay. Okay. Bolus colony. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Matrox writings discovered. You were scanning the planet Purlon when a strange signal came from orbit. Navigator Presley determined the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your salvage team brought the right beacon aboard and found one of Matriarch Dylan Naga's writings in its storage compartment. Okay. Very dense atmosphere of ammonia. Various oxygen breathing, ecology. Okay then. Okay. Alright. Pressure hazard. Level 1 pressure hazard. Okay. We will come back to this one in particular. Let's go ahead. If I remember correctly, I believe there's some kind of ruin or writing out there exactly on Sharjilla. So yeah, we'll come back to this one after we go back to the Citadel here. We'll come back there at some point, so yeah. We'll go ahead and go to the Bastard over. outside. Okay. Gunnery, look outside. Alright. Okay. Let's see.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
Commander Shepard, SSV Normandy.
You don't know who I am, do you, Commander? I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. And the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship and you.
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
You still know what color your blood is, Shepard? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
You don't approve of the Normandy's design?
This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
We'd be honored to show her to you, Admiral.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long. Commander, I'm not happy.
What did you find out of order?
Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
Modified Turian style. They prefer commanders looking over their subordinates, rather than in the middle of them. We wanted to see how effectively they can command with that setup.
Reasonable goal, but they should have studied that in a lab rather than on a frontline warship. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits at element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
We can loiter in an enemy system and monitor traffic, or drop infiltration teams on enemy worlds. Normandy can be more effective than the Solarian STG.
Maybe. But that's not the job of a proper warship. We're supposed to find and kill the enemy fleet, not count how many times their garrison goes to the bathroom. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment?
Between Saren and the Geth, we have enough enemies out here. Treating other species with suspicion and distrust won't win hearts and minds.
That assumes the hearts and minds are worth winning. That hasn't been proven yet. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
You know what?
None, sir.
Very well. I don't agree with any of this, but your reasons seem sound. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I'd planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard.
Well, that's good. Well, that's good. I was hoping to be able to do one more justification there, but, alright. I'll wait till I can get an extra level charm here, so yeah. Grant Unity, Master Unity, okay. Go ahead and do a decryption here. Actually, no, let's increase our dampening here. Rather. Alright, warp, alright. Let's do throw. Lift. Let's do barrier real quick. Give her quite advanced in terms of being a scientist. And I guess we will go ahead and give her advanced lift. Advanced warp, and get some electronics going on here. Okay, there we go. I'll start leveling up his shotgun abilities here. So yeah, there we go. Alright.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Commander Shepard? Khaleesa been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What sort of questions?
People back home have heard a lot of wild stories about you, Commander. I can give you the chance to set the record straight. What do you say?
So long as you understand that I may not be able to answer all questions.
I'm sure our viewers will understand. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
The Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join them is an honor.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
The Council is concerned with the needs of the whole galactic community. We're part of that community now. Our needs are on their agenda, but we're one of many.
You really do believe that, don't you? You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
I wasn't aware it had been handed over to anyone. I'm in command, and last I checked, I'm human. Same goes for my crew.
Human, yes, but you do work for the Citadel now, Commander. One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
I'm afraid I can't comment on whatever my current assignment may or may not be.
Don't worry, we'll find out. The eyes of Earth are on you. Don't let us down. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
Considering the diminished numbers of the Krogan wrecks, I'm surprised that you are willing to fight and kill them.
Anyone who fights us is either stupid or on Saren's payroll. Killing the latter is business. Killing the former is a favor to the universe.
What a fatalistic view of things, I have to say. I guess it's understandable given like what's going on there, so you know, with him.
I heard what happened under the Artemis Tau cluster. The Council wasn't too happy about the destruction of those Prothean ruins.
This isn't a game, Ambassador. Shepard's out there trying to stop Saren from destroying the galaxy.
I know. Just try to be a little more careful. The Council's watching you, and we all get judged on how you behave.
There really wasn't any way out of that. I mean, come on, seriously?
Yes, Commander?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead. Asana, yeah, okay, I remember her. I remember seeing her then. Let's go ahead and go over there first because it's the closest. And then we'll go ahead and go over to the Citadel to talk to Kohaku. I didn't know exactly what was going on.
Commander Shepard, I am Nasana Dantius. I see you got my message.
It sounded like you needed some help.
I do. My sister Dahlia is a crewman on the cargo vessel operating out beyond the fringes of the Traverse. Her ship was attacked by privateers. There were no reported survivors.
You want me to hunt down the people who killed her?
This is where it gets complicated. Last week, I received a message with her voice on it. Dahlia is alive. The rest of the crew was killed, but she was taken prisoner. The slavers demanded a huge ransom from me in exchange for returning her unharmed.
Why didn't the raiders kill Dahlia along with everyone else?
My sister probably told them who she was. My family's very wealthy, Shepard. They must have realized she was worth more to them alive.
Do you want me to deliver the ransom?
I've already transferred the funds to the account they specified. Only they never released her. They haven't contacted me since. I've made a terrible mistake, Shepard. I'm a diplomatic emissary. By law, I'm required to report any attempted extortion to CSEC immediately. But I was afraid for Dahlia, so I just paid the ransom. Now she's still missing. And if anyone finds out what I did, I could end up in jail.
Why would they put you in jail? You're the victim here.
Government representatives on the Citadel are not allowed to negotiate with terrorists. It's too dangerous. Paying a ransom would only encourage more kidnappings. I support the law in theory, but when I got the message, all I could think about was Dahlia's safety. I doubt they would actually send me to prison for what I did, but they would strip me of my post, and Dahlia would still be in the hands of the slavers.
You want me to find her and bring her back?
You only need to bring her back. I've already found her for you. I tracked the ransom payment through several accounts. Eventually, it led to a small mercenary band operating out of the Artemis Tau cluster. I need you to go to the Merc base, take them out, and bring my sister back. You shall be well rewarded.
Anything you can tell me about the mercs who have your sister?
Pretty much what you'd expect. Rough, dangerous, and well-armed. Nothing a Spectre cannot handle, though.
How'd you find out who was behind the ransom?
I have resources. Contacts and credits can go a long way, especially if you're willing to bend the rules. I already broke the law when I paid the ransom. This couldn't make things any worse.
Can't you hire someone else to do this?
I do not want to take chances with my sister's life. I need a Spectre. Besides, you operate outside official channels. My superiors cannot find out I never reported the ransom in the first place.
Don't worry. I'll bring your sister back.
Thank you, Shepard. I knew you were the right man for the job. Come back and see me when the job is done.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't exactly go there then. So... I was just in the Artemis Tau cluster. That was interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and fast travel over to the Citadel here. Here we go.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants. Commander, any word on my missing men?
They were killed by a Thresher Maw.
A Thresher Maw? That's not... My men wouldn't just stumble into a Thresher nest. Not the entire unit.
Somebody lured them there with an Alliance distress beacon. Placed it perfectly so they'd land right beside the Thresher nest.
Damn it. I had a bad feeling about this ever since my team disappeared. An Alliance beacon used as bait, my unit wiped out, and nobody seems to know anything about it. Commander, I appreciate what you did. Now I need to do my part. The families of those Marines deserve to know why they died.
Anything you need from me?
Not right now, Shepard, but I'll let you know as soon as I find something out.
Alright, let's go ahead and head on back over there. Oh, there's Gareth.
I really appreciate what you're doing for me. Please let me know as soon as you find any information on my brother.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's over here. Got kind of turned around for a second. Oh, Emily Wong. Looks like there's someone over here that I can talk to.
Commander Shepard, could I have another word with you? Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
What do you want me to do?
I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could. If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about. I just need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked. How is this news?
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous. Traffic at the Citadel has increased by 300% in the last century, but traffic controller resources haven't kept up. We already have several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The Council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
Based Emily Wong. Absolutely fucking based. Holy Christ. Yep. We'll do it. Yep.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just place it on a terminal with a good view of the area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
Yep. Okay, where is traffic control then? Near the back of CSEC. Okay, yeah, I thought so. I thought it was at CSEC, I just wasn't too sure. There we go, it's right there, okay. Hold on. See, I'm facing the right way, and I'm not, okay. Tracking terminal. Alright. Like I said, you know, workers, they need to have more control over their workspace, and they need to have safer working conditions. I'm all for that. You know, as far as I'm concerned, decryption skill is too low. Okay, I increase my decryption skill then. Shellick. What are you barking at? Oh. Oh. Yeah? I'm gonna pause the stream here so that way I can go ahead and watch the dogs. Primarily because Roma will get out if I don't. So yeah, I'll be right back. That model kind of looks like Emily there. Yeah. Alright.
I'm already getting readings. This is gonna make a great story. Thank you so much for your help. Here, this is everything I've got from my publisher's budget.
It was no problem. Good luck with your story. It deserves to be heard.
What was that?
I appreciate your support. I hope this will save some lives in the long run. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna show this to my publisher.
He shook her hand and looked like right off to the side. As if he didn't want to look at her. What the fuck? That is more hilarious than anything I've ever actually seen in like Mass Effect Andromeda means, but it's pretty good. Still, I guess, you know. So. Alright, let's see here. I guess I'll go ahead and increase her first aid then. With the Krogan, I'll increase his shotgun level. I wonder if I can switch out my squad here real quick. Can I? Nah, I guess I have to do it once I exit the ship or something like that. Which honestly isn't exactly ideal. Being able to swap out your companions is something on the fly is something that BioWare games should let you do, but I guess not. I guess I'm just used to it being a thing with KOTOR 1, 2, as well as Jade Empire, that I kind of expected it to be the same thing with Mass Effect. Especially since you can also do it in Dragon Age Origins.
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
Yeah, and you always want to go ahead and go here and like into these little elevators, because apparently you get like little news snippets here and there that will tell you exactly like that will give you like little quests that are going on, which honestly is pretty cool. I like that. And the fact that you're a Spectre means that you can choose to investigate any of these. Which you obviously want to because, you know, experience points and whatnot. But yeah. Let's go and go around the area there to see if we can find anything like any quests that we need to be able to do and pick up. Man. Oh, what's this?
Who are you to tell me what my husband would want?
I'm the only person making sense right now. You're endangering your baby.
This baby is the only thing I have left of Jake. I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Can I help you with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
I thought gene therapy was common.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
What are the chances that gene therapy could hurt the baby?
1 in 300 at most.
But extranet articles say there could still be long-term complications we don't know about. Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
Huh. This is like a,
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance. And if my baby develops the condition, medical treatments are available.
Which are nowhere near as effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
This is really none of my business, but I'll just let her choose. I mean, it's her choice by and large. And this is, honestly, this is analogous to the abortion debate, really. I didn't exactly expect this to be, like, a thing in here. Holy Christ. This is actually pretty good stuff, so, you know, it's very analogous.
It's Rebecca's child, Michael. I think you should honor her decision.
Damn it, she's not choosing. She's acting blindly out of grief.
I know you want the best for your brother's child, but this isn't your decision.
Of course it is! I'm the closest thing to a father this baby is going to have.
Is this about keeping the baby safe, or is this about you losing your last link to your brother?
This baby is the only thing my brother... It's all I have left of him. I need to know that the baby's safe.
It's all I have left too, Michael.
I just want Jacob's child to be safe. I want to give him that much.
We will. I promise. Thank you for talking with us. I appreciate it.
Interesting. Complete 5 missions with the Asari ally. That's not exactly a mission. I mean, I don't know why it is that would... Ah, Barlavon.
Greetings, Earth Clan. How can this humble servant be of use to you?
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a... From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single, strong community.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yeah.
Got a moment, Spectre? Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures, but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
You're obviously with them. Why don't I just arrest you instead?
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation. I have excellent legal representation. Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
What kind of defenses would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you with the third set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Nope. Aquarium shopkeeper, okay. Okay then. I guess I could have done something about Harkin at the very beginning. I just kind of forgot that he was supposed to be here. So, yeah. Okay.
Let me drink it,
Just kind of curious about that.
We Asari are more accepting of our sexuality than most other species. Some club owners like to exploit this by hiring us as dancers.
Huh. It's interesting. Alright.
I need those supplies for my clinic. I can't.
You can and you will, or your story won't stay secret for long. Don't disappoint me, Doctor.
Oh, Commander Shepard. I didn't see you come in.
Every time I come in here, I see someone threatening you. Who was that?
Someone from my past. I can take care of it.
I might be able to help you.
I was fired by my previous employer for giving out free medical supplies to clinics like this. They never filed any charges. They just wanted me to leave without any fuss. But somebody must have found out. Now they are blackmailing me. I have to give them what they want. If the board finds out about my past, I could lose my license. They'll shut my clinic down.
Maybe I can get you out of this. Tell me what they want.
I have to give some of my medical supplies to a merchant in the markets. They expect delivery today.
Give me your contact's name. I'll deal with this guy, whoever he is.
Deal with him? But won't they expose my past?
I'll make sure they don't tell anyone.
I was told to speak with a merchant named Morlan, down in the markets. I really appreciate this, Commander. Thank you.
Don't worry. I'll take care of this.
Good luck, Commander. Be careful
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah, when you're a Spectre, or whatever, and they find out that she knows a Spectre, she's not gonna get... There's no way that they're gonna blackmail them. It's like, holy shit, she has Spectre contacts. Sorry, we're not gonna do anything. What blackmail? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, they will not... Yeah, because they don't want to know that. So, yeah. Talk to Morlan. Awards. Okay.
This isn't a proof of purchase.
It's a bank statement. It shows that I bought something from you when I bought it.
Well, thank you for buying from me, but this still doesn't prove that you purchased that item from my store.
But I didn't buy anything else here.
How do I know that? If you don't have the proof of purchase, I can't help you.
But...
Sorry.
Hey, Commander Shepard, it's me, Conrad Werner. Remember me? There are rumors on the extranet that you've been made the first human Spectre. That's incredible.
Being a Spectre is a big responsibility. I just want to make humanity proud.
The vids are all talking about Commander Shepard fighting for all of us back home. And they also say that you don't take crap from anybody. You're showing them what humans can do. Hey, can I get your picture?
Sure, no problem.
Just hold up your gun. Perfect. Thanks again, Commander. I'm gonna hang this in my living room. My wife will love it.
Yeah. I feel like something like that is gonna come back and bite me somehow, so you know. Where is he at? There we are. Let me make sure to save this so that way I can...
Hello there. Welcome to Morland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
You were expecting a delivery of medical supplies?
But I was told the doctor would be bringing them.
Change of plans.
A change, but the doctor... I don't... This is not right, human.
Shut up, Morlan. I told Baines you'd screw this up. What the hell's going on here? Who are you?
Leave the doctor alone.
We can end this if you just bring me those supplies. Otherwise, I'll start telling people about the doctor's little secret.
You're shutting down a medical clinic. What if someone needs treatment? What if you need treatment?
Hey, hold on. I'm just the middleman here. This is way more than I bargained for.
Thank you, human. It is good to see him humbled so.
What do you know about Baines?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
Goodbye.
Yes, all right then. Good tidings to you, human.
Yeah. Okay, I got a lot of quests here. So I guess I'll go ahead and start doing them once I've picked up all the ones that are over here.
Commander, how did things go?
He won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? That's a great relief, Commander. Thank you. I can't pay you for your help, but I can give you a discount on any supplies you purchase here.
The thug said he worked for a man named Baines. Sound familiar?
Baines? I wonder if he means Armiston Baines. We worked together a long time ago.
What can you tell me about him?
Last I heard, the Alliance military was contracting him for some research in the Traverse.
Perhaps Captain Anderson will have some knowledge about this man.
We'll see what the captain can tell us.
I wish I could tell you more. Is there anything else I can help you with, Commander?
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
These are all armor upgrades. I figured that she might give me something else, but nope. It's not mine. Alright. I think we've basically been to every place. I think we're almost done here. Let's just go to the embassy to check out Mr. Anderson. Captain Anderson. I said Mr. Anderson. I don't know why I said that. Matrix on the brain, I guess. I don't know. So.
Yes, Commander?
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is dead. Has been for quite some time.
The people I spoke with seemed to think he was still alive.
It's not common knowledge. Military is keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance. Stuff even I wasn't aware of. One day he turns up dead on a drifting scout ship. Everyone suspects it was foul play, but it was never officially investigated.
This is a cover-up if I ever heard one.
I don't know much about it. You should talk to Admiral Kahoku. One of his crews discovered Baines' body.
I spoke to Kahoku. He never brought it up.
You should mention Baines the next time you see him. See if he'll tell you anything. Is there anything else, Commander?
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Okay, yeah, there's a cover-up going on here. This is like a quest chain, basically. I love quest chains. They're like my favorite bits. They're like my favorite pieces of information, favorite type of quest in RPGs. Primarily because they take you to so many different places and they're all over the place, so yeah. Let's see here. I gotta figure out where exactly I'm gonna find this guy again. Here, hold on. Ah, nice. Ah, that is fucking bullshit. Seriously. It says, in order to complete that short chase of leads on Armstrong Baines Citadel, Dr. Michelle must be completed before UNC missing Marines. As after missing Marines, Rear Admiral Kohaku will no longer be present on the Citadel, and the lead will end with Captain Anderson. My god. Don't do that shit. I get that it's a classic RPG shit, but shit like that, just like, ugh. Yeah, okay, Baines turns out to be a Cerberus agent. That is just, that's just fairly shitty design. If you ask me, if you pick up this quest, he should just be on there doing something else that's completely unrelated to you. You know, he should just reappear in the Citadel, or he should go to someplace else. Like, I don't know, have him be in Cora's Den, for example, in which he's just simply relaxing after all of that, so yeah. Hold on for a second. Yeah, this guy, this is the liar here that I end up interacting with. Let's see what this timestamp is about real quick. Hold on.
Too many notes. I don't understand.
And you may wonder, as I did, what does that mean exactly?
There are just as many notes, Majesty, as are required, neither more nor less.
Running too long for what? Rinsler doesn't say. It is mentioned that there were doubts that the film would be finished on time, that compromises were made on the visual effect.
Ah, okay, I see what's going on here. Huh. Yeah, he's, this is a great video, by the way. I would definitely suggest you all check it out if you can. Really fantastic. This video basically is a debunking of this video here, which is just filled with lies and misinformation and whatnot. And it's so funny because the top comments are people praising it in the comment section. Well, if you go to new, everyone is just spamming that video. They're just spamming it again and again and again. Like, let's see here. This video is highly misleading, very selective with war information. It shares. I was suspicious right off the bat, just based on the apparent methodology. Didn't take much digging to realize how false this narrative was. He's referring to that video. This video perpetuates a phony narrative, absolutely inaccurate and needs to be corrected. Artist Ralph McQuire. He read it in the script that he entered a ship from space and gave him a breathing mask. It all evolved from there. Otherwise, he was just a minor human henchman that drank from a flask and slated to die at the end. Where is that info? Info. I find it hard to believe that's the case. Yeah, that doesn't make much sense, especially given the fact that Darth Vader was in the original script, and he wasn't slated to be like a minor character. In fact, this info is pretty fishy to me. Pity there was nobody around to save The Force Awakens in the edit, although I don't think even a master editor could save that one. That's like 3 weeks ago. Oh, it looks like things have changed as of late, so you know. Yeah. Oh, here we go. There's an interesting rebuttal to this video here, which points out that many of the changes attributed to Marshall Lucas were in fact made by George Lucas. Wait, seriously? You're doing a lie of omission. The creator of that video directly quotes the sources mentioned in this video, shows they're out of context. They're out of context quotes, and even states quite succinctly that many of the statements that were made in the video he's responding to are lies. That he directly is making things up as he goes along. You should watch the entire video because the first few minutes is meant to just grab your attention with some humor. Some humor. What you're saying is not true. It's a lie. What you're saying is not true. It's a lie. Whether you intended to or not. Because there is no reason to believe that this wasn't a fact-checking video, but a disingenuous smear of this video. It sounds like you're just coping. We're just trying to find something, to cope about. Great video. Interestingly enough, all the deleted scenes were re-added to the audio drama along with lots of new scores. Hardcore fans should really try to search out this out, as Mark Hamill and Anthony Daniels both reprise their roles. Yeah, that's actually really good. But the video isn't great. In fact, let me just go ahead. You should check out the response video as it shows that this video is filled with lies, misinformation, and quote marks and quote signs. Yeah, here's the video right here. Like, see? So, yep. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, here we go. It doesn't take long to actually get the spamming of that video in the comments section. This one is particularly hilarious. Yeah. There's another one here. There's another one. There's another one. See, they're just spamming the video. Yeah. Like I said, the comment section is spamming the video, so you know. Yeah. That's hilarious, actually. That video did not age very well whatsoever, so yeah. Anyways, let's get back to the video I was doing here. Oh, wait a second. What was I gonna... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just simply, God damn. Well, you know, I guess in a sense that this is meant to, like, introduce replay value so you know how things go. That way you can replay it again. But I'm not gonna replay this game. I'm just not going to. I'm just gonna play it up to like number 3, and then once 3 goes, I might play Andromeda, depending on if I get any demand for it, which I probably won't, given the fact that I stream every day, and so far I haven't really gotten too many people going into my stuff there. But hey, it is what it is, I guess. So yeah. Oops. God damn. Let's go to CSEC because that's where the where that's at then.
So you've spent your entire adult life just studying old Prothean junk?
Our travels now are somewhat different from my normal excavations. I would prefer lengthier studies and fewer explosions.
It's good for you. A nice explosion every now and then keeps the mind sharp.
Oh, that is fucking hilarious. Oh, man. It's like no concept of PTSD whatsoever. Just absolutely none. Oh, jeez, man. That is just too fucking funny. Just like, holy Christ.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
That is just too funny.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You want me? Top of my class in flight school? I earned that. All those comments.
What are you talking about?
You mean, okay, even put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle balances. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Yeah. Oh, it's afternoon. I've got to go ahead and do my little workout real quick. Hold on for a second. I'm just working out my shoulders here, for the most part. I added another set to my little workout to help with my biceps here. So let me just do that real quick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. In fact, I'll do it on camera just so you guys can see how it is I do my workout here. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, these are 10 pounders. I'm eventually going to go with 20 pounders at some point. So, yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doing this here, see? 9, 10. Okay. I do that 3 times a day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 at night. So makes it so that way my shoulders don't hurt when I sleep. So yeah, I started doing that because my shoulders started hurting, and I looked it up. And apparently, if you don't work out your shoulders, or you don't have like extensive use from your shoulders, it starts hurting after you go to sleep. So weird things our bodies do that you should have been informed of growing up, but you never did. Alright, so before we go anywhere else, let's see here. Before we go to the Gav part, we'll go ahead and go through these here. So yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back. I've got to go to the bathroom. Hey, Sean. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. And I suppose we'll go ahead and go back to the Artemis Tau cluster there to rescue that hostage. Find the freighter and Coronado system of the Hades Gamma cluster and make your way to the biotics on board. Find Dahlia. Okay, then yeah, there we go. We'll go ahead and do this one then. Artemis Tau cluster. I think I know where that's at.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, Miss Al-Jalani's story on you just aired. She shouldn't have ambushed you like that, but you handled it pretty well.
We had differences of opinion, sir. I hope she at least believed my sincerity.
You handled yourself pretty well, Commander. She came across like a raving idiot. Just wanted to let you know what the response was back home. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
Interesting. There we go. Any way to skip this? Nope, they didn't add one. Oh well.
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Shepard, this is Admiral Goku. I found out who set that trap for my men. The ones killed by the Thresher Maw. Damn, I hope you get this message. It was a group called Cerberus. An Alliance Black Ops organization. Top secret, highest level security clearance. They vanished a few months ago. Dropped right off the grid. Nobody knew where they went or what they were up to. They've gone completely rogue, Shepard. They're conducting illegal genetic experiments, trying to create some kind of super soldier. I don't have any proof, but I found the coordinates for one of their research worlds. I'm uploading them with this message. They're completely out of control. Somebody needs to stop them. I've done my part. Now it's up to you. This is probably the last you'll hear from me. Cerberus is after me now. I need to disappear before they find me.
Boyega cluster. Okay. Might be good to have another Sorry by my side. And I guess I'll go ahead and bring in Ashley too. Since that way we'll have like a combination of both tech and an equal combination of that regard. So yeah, go ahead and do that then. Trying to remember what that little thing was, because I remember running into there it is, right over there. Oh no, actually that's the boundary, yeah. There we go. Nice, okay. Okay. There's another set of mining materials there.
Heading out.
Okay. Ah, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Or maybe not. I'm not entirely sure here. Nope, not exactly what I was looking for, but...
Heading out.
Found it. There we go, yep. Right. Nice. Okay.
On my way.
Form up.
Alright, okay. Rifles, pistol. do fitness real quick. Or actually, yeah. It's not. Let's see. So combat armor, okay. Let's get her shotguns. Alright, let's do a save here real quick, just so that way we don't have to do that again.
Rally round.
All clear, Commander.
Looks like Asari aren't exactly above joining pirates and slavers and shit like that. Interesting. You would think that the society would heavily discourage such things, making it, like, highly rare or whatever. But that might only be the only Asari slaver that we actually ever see. So, who knows? You know what, honestly, you know what really deserves a remaster? Jade Empire, or at the very least a remake. Decryption is too low. Let's fix that, shall we? Found an opening? Got it. Discover evidence that the Asari leading these slavers and Nasana Dantius, an important ambassador in the Citadel of Sisters. You should return to the Presidium and confront Nasana with this. Does she even know? Is she even aware? Was she like doing this to help to lead me into an ambush so that my character would get enslaved? I have no idea. Hey Sean, what's up?
Hey.
Did you need something?
No.
Okay. There's like a bunch of fucking questions that obviously need to be answered. And since I'm going to be leaving this system for good, I might as well go ahead and see what's going on here. Okay, where is that door? It's right there. There we go. I turned around for a second. Oh, no, it's like not exactly the exit, but hey, I can get a bunch of stuff from here anyway, so might as well. It's a happy little circumstance there. Let's see here. They might have changed the decryption means, but go ahead, let's see here real quick. This isn't the exit? I don't think so. Nope, it's not. But the yeah. Yeah, there's the exit right there. But I didn't go straight for the exit, I got kind of turned around. So, Wait, there's still something going on in there. There's still something in there that I need to go and pick up? No, maybe? That's... It might just be notifying me that this is a building that I need to go ahead and look at. Hold on for a second, let me just check out the map real quick. Okay. Anomaly. I guess next time we'll go ahead and check out the map then next time. Alright, so before we leave this planet, and we're probably not going to be coming back here, we should go check to see what that anomaly is. there's another deposit I can go ahead and mount onto here. Let's go and do that one then. Maybe check out that anomaly. Or did her sister simply like... All kinds of questions I'm kind of curious about. Okay. Sorry, capsule. Discovered. It's not clear who lived here, but it appears to have been abandoned for some time. The container in the tent held another, among other things, one of Matriarch Dylan Alga's writings. Interesting. Well, stronghold, okay then. Alright. Gonna go back to the Normandy there. Gonna confront the sister. And let's see, how long has this been going for? I ended up pausing the stream earlier, so whenever it is I pause the stream, the live counter for how long it is I've been streaming ends up resetting, so I don't exactly have a solid track on that one, so you know. Oh, look at this. I assure you my mental state is quite fine, Teddy Roosevelt Avatar. This video never states that George Lucas didn't have a hand or final say in the original edit of New Hope, and highlighting specific changes from a first cut to the final cut. This video appears to using New Hope to show a specific example of how most films are saved in the edit. Appears to be. It goes over a lot more than that. It goes over a lot more than that. It specifically shows how the person is taking quotes out of context, shows how some sources don't know what they're talking about, and even goes on to showcase that most of the decisions attributed to Marsha Lucas were made by Lucas himself. Again, you can watch. You're doing it again, by the way. Lies by omission. You only watched 3 minutes of the video. How exactly did you even get that impression? When the first 3 minutes are mostly lead-ins to jokes. Lead-ins with jokes. you can watch a video like this for 30 minutes, then come back to it, when you're ready to watch another 30 minutes, 30 minutes. All it takes is takes in that time, the time is downs. Sit downs. Perhaps you're too busy, but when friends of mine can simply, perhaps you're too busy, and I get that. But you're basically doing the whole too long didn't watch meme, which is typically done by people with attention spans of a gnat. Yeah. Alright, so let's go and see how long I've been actually like streaming for here. 2 hours. Let's go for an extra hour here. Just so that way we can get as much done as we can. Or I can get as much done as I can. I gotta stop using the royal we. I'm not British, so why the fuck am I doing that? I don't know. Alright. Gonna go back to the Citadel here. Just to hammer out this quest because it's pretty obvious that this cannot wait. And there might be another quest line she might not even know. Hell, she might have been trying to send me to an ambush.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
How many casualties so far?
17 Marines were killed in the simulation exercises. Before we realized what had happened, that's when we contacted you. VI support is critical to our military success. They process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. But as advanced as this thing is at military strategy, it's still just a VI. It's not self-aware, and it's completely disengaged from any networks. That's where you come in. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core, and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
They should have added a skip button to this, like, you know. It would be pretty fucking tedious if I have to watch this over and over and over again every single time I come to the Citadel just to knock out a really important quest that might lead to a chain here. Okay. Soul training, okay. Alright.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Reporter Kalisa Al-Jilani recently attempted to land an interview with Commander Shepard, the first human Spectre. Commander Shepard answered difficult questions, demonstrating that under that military uniform is a keen diplomatic mind. We'll have exclusive footage later today.
Oh yeah. You know, why not? There might be another quest to give him.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance Military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
Honestly, Shepard should be able to run a lot more. I don't get why this is a thing here, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, Shepard? Did you find my sister?
Dahlia's dead, and I know she was blackmailing you.
So the truth comes out. I hope you're not angry. Surely you can understand why I lied to you. If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. That is why I misled you. I could not risk you exposing me. But now that Dahlia is out of the picture, it's no longer a problem.
I would have helped if you just told me the truth.
Perhaps you're right. I am sorry. We have trust issues in my family.
Obviously.
I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. It could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits. But I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
Well, that kind of went the way of an interesting... Like, I wasn't expecting that exactly. I had a feeling something was going up here. Like, that she was, like, getting blackmailed to some degree, but there was more to this situation than one would expect. But hey, I was right on that one. Wasn't entirely too sure. So she did know. That's an unfortunate way to go about things, but whatever.
In entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language and pheromones. Kit claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
I would actually like to see that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds pretty interesting. Nope, not yet. Okay. Yeah. For the record, I don't usually stick to singular, like, Huh, I thought there was like some kind of console I could decrypt right here, but I guess not.
Hello, Commander.
Good to see you, Commander.
Okay.
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible.
Something tells me that that's not going to go too well. Or something tells me that they might resent that. So,
Stand
yeah.
by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Alright, what next quest are we going to be getting?
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Okay, so let's see here. Soul system in the local cluster and deal enter the soul system and local cluster and deal with the rogue 6 on Earth's moon. Okay. You know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and take a bit of a break from the game for right now. But this time around, we're gonna go ahead and watch a bit of news here. Some kind of segment somewhere from some progressive channel that I'm sub to. So you know, after all, this is a progressive gaming sentiment. You know, I mean, this is a progressive gaming stream from which I occasionally end up putting forth some some news on that part. So yeah, let's check out TYT's January 6th hearing, shall we? Hold on.
So let me review what happened today in the hearings. Again, the hearings were excellent today. I'm just flabbergasted by how good these hearings are. And if I'm being honest, as I said to you guys before, I think it's because the Republicans are mainly in charge. Yes, Benny Thompson is the head of the committee, and it's mainly Democrats, and obviously Benny Thompson's a Democrat. But most of the questioning is, or a lot of the questioning is happening by Republican lawyers with Republican witnesses. And so that has a couple of positive things to it. It has one negative that not only are we covering the hearings live, you should always check it out with us. from what I'm hearing from the audience on my facial expressions alone, which I appreciate you guys saying that. That's fun, right? It's very serious stuff, but we're having fun with it. But also, we're now getting your comments in, and we're showing those throughout the hearings. And a lot of you were frustrated in the beginning. I mean, Pence is getting all this credit. Liz Cheney is conducting a lot of this, and now is getting credit for it. And yes, Liz Cheney is historically someone we disagree with a lot, and we will again in the future, and we do today on almost all the issues. Mike Pence is not a good guy. He's, in my opinion, a religious zealot, et cetera, et cetera. But two things here are important.
It's not just an opinion, by the way. It's factually accurate. Like, he has a history. Mike Pence actually has a history of religious zealotry, in which he believes that his calling is to be president of the United States, and the and the calling that calls to him in that regard is God. I'm not even kidding here. He literally thinks that God wants him to be president of the United States. So yeah, you can't really have that particular view without it necessarily. Yeah. Huh. You can't really have a view like that and not be a religious zealot. You just can't.
Important. One is you always have to be fair and honest and give credit where credit is due. If Pence had given in to what they described today as the enormous pressure, the unrelenting
In fact, let's see here. Biographer. Hill. Pence thinks God calling him to be president. Michael D'Antonio, a CNN contributor and biographer who wrote The Truth About Trump, said in a new interview about that Vice President Pence believes God is calling him to function as a president in waiting. Absolutely everything Mike Pence does is oriented toward him becoming president. The Shadow President: The Truth Behind Mike Pence. Uh, this is a promotional book. Really, I haven't really read the book, but I've read other people's articles and breakdowns of it, and apparently it's really good. So there's like a lot of shit wrong with Mike Pence in many ways. He's a theocrat, which is very fucking dangerous. So
pressure by Trump to give into a fake legal theory that even the main lawyer John Eastman, who was pushing that theory, knew was fake. And as the testimony showed today, over and over again, he said that he thought they would lose 9-0 in the Supreme Court based on his legal theory. It had no legs to stand on at all. Okay, and every again Republican that testified today, whether they were on legal counsel to Vice President Pence, or it's Judge Ludick, who is right-wing Federalist Society Republican, they all say, of course, the vice president cannot unilaterally decide who the president is. And so they kept going back to the Jefferson never said that. They didn't even come close to saying that. It's all a fabrication. Under that theory, they said it several times. Then Gore could have declared himself the president in 2000, which is something I've been saying since the moment that it happened, since January 6th. I've been saying that, and the next thing, and the next one, I was like, please, somebody say it, and finally they did. Well, if that theory was true, then Kamala Harris can unilaterally decide who the next president is going to be. The voting would be irrelevant. You would have two sets of electors designed by Democrats and Republicans, as Trump wanted to do and his lawyer John Eastman wanted to do. And Kamala Harris would just get to say, I picked the Democratic electors, whether it's true or untrue. And now Biden will remain president. And by the way, he'll remain president ad infinitum, right? So it's an obviously ridiculous, absurd, and deeply un-American theory. But
it definitely sounds like it. It's also very anti-democratic. It's authoritarian in the extreme.
It's not really a theory. It's a fig leaf, right? So they just put it on for what is in essence a coup. So even Judge Ludick, who honestly was an awful witness, I think that he was trying to appear somber and serious, and he takes himself very seriously. But I lost years of my life between his pauses, and his thoughts were elliptical, and at the end, were not. I followed the entire train of logic. I understood it, but it was not a great way of communicating what he was trying to say in an efficient and effective manner. So, but even he was saying the same things. This is absurd. No right winger, no Republican, no American should think that one man can ignore the votes of the entire country and just decide the election. It's a preposterous theory. And it's
Yeah, yeah, and not to mention Mike Pence's whole thing about like decertification or decertifying the election, not certifying it or whatever, and sending it back to the states and all that stuff. You can't do that because the certification process for that Mike Pence has as the vice president, when he recognizes and certifies the election results and whatnot, it's entirely ceremonial. It doesn't have any fucking power. It's like it's like, for example, it's like the power that the parliamentarian has. The parliamentarian can recommend stuff or can uh, state things against what's happening there in terms of the bills that you're putting forth. But the parliamentarian has no fucking official power. You can ignore the parliamentarian at all on everything if you wanted to. Which, of course, the parliamentarian has been ignored in many regards. So
it's deeply embarrassing that anyone who is conservative would have that theory. And that goes to the main question that a lot of you guys are asking throughout too, which is why is almost everybody here Republican? Why is everything being framed as these guys are the heroes and stuff? Well, number one, as I said earlier, Pence was a hero. I mean, yeah, it's a super low bar that he just said, no, I'm not going to accept your insane theory and destroy our democracy. But Trump wouldn't have passed that bar. Eastman wouldn't have passed that bar. Jason Miller, so many others didn't pass that bar. Pence did pass that bar, so give him credit. But the second reason is more important, guys, because remember, Democratic voters largely already agree, right? And a lot of independents agree. But we're trying to convince the rest, or the committee is trying to convince the rest of the independents, and importantly, the Republican voters. Guys, you don't want this. You don't want the end of democracy. You don't want lawlessness. You don't want to burn our Constitution and destroy our form of government. This isn't right. And they're making that case very effectively, and they're doing it efficiently and crisply. And so, if you're mad at me that I think it's mainly the Republicans that are organizing it, because I've never seen the Democrats be this effective and this efficient. Sorry, but that's just true. So if it is mainly the Democrats that are putting it together, great, amazing.
Hold on. I was going to look at the January 6th thing on what's trending exactly here. Let me put that in another thing, in another bit there. I normally don't ever go to Twitter, but I figured I'd go ahead and see what people are saying there. But yeah, this just popped up here. And I have no sympathy for anyone crying about how misused the word pedophile is now, because people on the left and right have contributed to its meaninglessness constantly. People on the left do it when they accuse a conservative of being a pedophile for marrying 16-year-olds. Excuse me, what? Oh, this is the Cody Johnston reply. It seems like you're complaining about comparing what random people do online to what an entire media and political apparatus is doing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, 35 tweets all of a sudden. Anyways, let's see what people are saying here. Does Pence have the actual courage to testify before the January 6th committee hearings, Mike? Oh, yeah, nope. Let's see here. What's this about here? Real America doesn't care about the January 6th committee. Gas is over $5 per gallon. Shut the fuck. Let me guess. Republican, right? Let me guess. Looks like Republican. I'm just gonna go ahead. It's Ohio, so I assume it's like So I assume it's Republican. Let's see. Yep, Republican right there. Political party, Republican. Yep. Let's see what his replies are at. Because it looks like he's getting ratioed. Actually, Jim, Americans do care about the January 6th committee. We also care about gas prices. The price at the pump is high, but it's for now. The destruction of our democracy is forever. You do the math. Americans don't care about the rule of law because gas costs $5, says Jim Jordan, an actual U.S. congressman, believe it or not. Look at home heating oil prices. Tell me how seniors on fixed incomes are going to be able to stay in their homes with these prices. Right now in Putnam, and most companies have minimum purchase. There will be people, especially seniors and poverty level people. Yada, yada, yada. It was unusual that Trump wanted to question the results. Many have before, especially with the irregularities noted. Oh, shut the fuck up. Seriously, Seriously, Nick Brannon. The policies they put in place affect it. Remember this? The government doesn't control the price of gas.
Would there be any place for fossil fuels, including coal and fracking, in a Biden administration?
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated. No more drilling on federal lands. No more drilling, including offshore. No.
Yeah, and that never materialized. That, like, there's offshore drilling still under Biden. So, not sure what that's about. So, yeah. Ratings showing worse. What's he? Polling shows fewer Americans blaming Trump for January 6th. Huh. MSNBC. What's this? Of course, it's a segment that I have to watch. Screw that. I'm not having to have another copyright strike on my stuff. Do you truly believe real Americans care more about gas prices than we do our country or constitution? Do you think so little of Americans that you would okay, that's Jim Jordan there. Doesn't matter if they told Trump over and over. They didn't tell the American people. They didn't stand up on camera and tell the truth in the storm. No badges of honor from me, ever. What's this about? I don't know. When these psychos present a false criminal conspiracy against Republicans and they announce the cancellation of the November elections, then you will understand that America is no longer free. This will happen overnight and you are to blame for it. Delusional. Completely and utterly delusional. Imagine presenting a false criminal conspiracy against Republicans by having mostly Republican witnesses. Evil genius. Cunt. Can't handle the truth, huh? The truth, huh? Also, you're delusional. You're delusional. Delusional. Elections will continue. It will continue under Democrats, under Dems. The Dems, but they likely will not under Republicans, under the anti-democratic, under the anti-democracy party that is Trump, that is the GOP. It is the GOP. I've decided I should be on the pardon list. If that's in the works. Funny. Oh, he did vote against price gouging, okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense then. No wonder he's doing this shit. This is like pure another projection. Usually fucking projection, as you might imagine. Oh, Judiciary GOP, what's that? Official Twitter for the House Committee on the Judiciary Republicans. Huh. Okay. How people could be so fooled to go to this extreme baffles me to this day. FBI confidential informant said Proud Boys would have killed then VP Pence, Speaker Pelosi, and other lawmakers if given the chance on January 6th court filing show. Yeah. All of her claims are completely nonsensical. Like saying that somehow the ballots were being switched, somehow the electronic voting machines had people outside the fucking country fucking with them, really. You don't. Here's the thing here: electronic voting machines are incredibly not tamper proof. They're very, very, very prone to being easily tampered with. The thing is, though, is that you have security details that don't allow them to tamper with it. But unfortunately, of course, there are just very easy ways to get around that. If you really wanted to. But most people don't, because most people don't want to go ahead and have a federal investigation coming after them. So, the ability to do it is easy, but the consequences are so severe, the vast majority of people will not. And I mean, vast as in 99% of Americans probably won't. So. And that 1%, by the way, that do it, like about half of that percentage are like people who accidentally do something that they didn't necessarily mean to do that breaks the law. That's like, oh, okay, I wasn't aware of that. My bad. I was not aware that was like something illegal. Like, I got 2 ballots or whatever. I tipped in one and I tipped in the other, and I wasn't aware that like I wasn't aware of that. Some people are just that fucking stupid. So yeah. But of course those people should be prosecuted because stupidity isn't exactly like, you know, stupidity is an excuse for breaking the law. What is a tip line, folks? Anytime there's a tip line, they see jail time. Harvey Weinstein, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, etc. Yeah, there should be a tip line here. I mean, come on, seriously? Sometimes our most essential supporters need support too. Okay, whatever. See ya. Yeah. Open Secrets DC. I'm just seeing what exactly is being said at the moment. Confidential Proud Boys informant. Yeah, it seems like the majority of people who are uh, Democrats think gas prices, inflation, and 401k decimation is distracting us from important things like the January 6th committee hearings. We are suffering. Nobody gives a fuck about this nonsense. That's why the real decimation is coming 2022. Like, I don't know. It seems like that there's a lot of shit going on here that is just divisive, and the people who aren't listening are just the true believers. Anyone else find the fight on Twitter funny? It's like watching two sides argue over whether a turd burger is better with or without cheese. BLM was bad, January 6th was bad, Biden is bad, Trump was bad. Only one winning is the media and all of this. What what a centrist bullshit take. Seriously, I mean, BLM was bad. No, that's not the case really. The way in which the Republicans lied about it and framed it was bad, because like most people didn't actually agree with that framing. In fact, most people have come around on BLM, and BLM is as popular as it's ever been. So yeah, it seems like people being delusional on Twitter. What else is new?
Finally, competence. Terrific. But it's important that everybody hear this. If everyone in the country watched these hearings, it would fundamentally change the way they think about January 6th and Donald Trump. Because not would it affect all Republicans? Of course not. there's probably about 3/4 of Republicans that are in an absolute Vulcan mind lock. Whatever Trump or Tucker
I
Carlson
wonder
or
what's
Hannity
coming up
says,
about me
they
on
will
the
listen to it no
search
matter
engine real
what.
quick.
If they
Kinda
told them,
curious
hey,
here.
rip the American
Oh
flag
yeah, this shit.
and burn the Constitution, they'd be like, of course, the most American thing you can do is destroy our documents, destroy our democracy, destroy
Oh
our government.
look,
Of course,
and
yeah!
then two.
So that's 3/4 of Republicans.
This old fucking account here came up with videos that are no longer available that are being hidden. Wonder why. Oh, Voshpit has a video on here. You know what? We're gonna go ahead. You know what? I pretty much agree with all of what Shank has to say here. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here, shall we?
Have I seen the Daily Ang Twitter post defending Jet? Why would you ask me that? Have you seen this? Have you seen the Twitter post from this one person? What are you talking about? You're like a fish asking me how I felt about one particular kelp leaf. What do you want me to comment on? It was a big thing, Lamau. A big thing. Was it really a big thing? Was it really a big thing? 2,100 quote tweets. I guess that's. This is the only thing I'm getting stunlocked by, and then we're looking at other shit. Okay. This could cause controversy. My biggest problem with ATLA is how it depicted colonized people as villains for using violence against settlers. Characters like Jet and Hama get horrible treatment simply for fighting back into the oppressing nation. Writers pampered the Fire Nation way too much to the point where you have fans that hate on Jet Hama for having evil intention against the Fire Nation, as if it wasn't an imperialist power that took part in ethnic cleansing, genocide, and senseless murder. This is too complicated. None of you are smart enough to understand my thoughts on this. All of your baby brains would melt if exposed to 1/10 of my thoughts on this subject. These two are bad people. However, it's way too common in media to do this trope, the like bad revolutionary trope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the Fire Nation is like ultra genocidal in ATLA. So for there to be multiple times where it's like, no, you can't be bad against the people of the Fire Nation. It's the government that's bad. Like, that's true. Don't get me wrong, that's a correct statement. It's just like, you know, you choose where to you choose where the narrative goes. You know what I mean? I guess like a comparative example would be like, imagine you have an anime like shonen show that takes place in Nazi Germany, and instead of Aang, you have like French resistance fighters and like Jewish like resistance groups or whatever, and there were multiple storylines where you encounter a Jew who's like too eager about killing Germans. And it's like, hold on there, bucko. Not all these Germans are super bad, you know? And like, it's true, a lot of them are victims of their government's policies, but that's an odd thing to choose to focus on. Why do we always talk about Nazi Germany? The comparison between Nazi Germany and the Fire Nation is extremely apt. I think if anything, if Ozai...
Absolutely. Ozai is basically fucking Hitler. I mean, there's just like no two ways about it. He's just unapologetically Hitler. Ozai equals Hitler. That's all you need to have on that part.
Had done his big meme at the end, probably would have had a death toll way the fuck higher than anything the Nazis would have gotten. Yep. I mean, there's Japan too. Well, yeah, it's not like the Fire Nation and the Japanese are analogous, so it's not as though the Japanese didn't kill millions of people during the invasion of Manchuria and stuff.
Rape of Nanking. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Compare them to imperialist Japan. Yeah, but like the average Westerner doesn't know how bad imperialist Japan was. I feel like a lot of people, like, listen, the Nazi Germany comparison is just because, like, the Fire Nation was really, really bad. But if I go, like, oh, imperialist Japan, like, I bet a lot of people when I say imperialist Japan are just going to immediately think of, like, oh, yeah, there was, like, a bad emperor, and, like, they were evil. Like, I don't think they, the extent of the bad, I think is under, you know, under appreciated by, yeah. I gotta think of Pearl Harbor, the greatest crime of Imperial Japan, yeah. Why do I...
Yeah, let me go ahead and break out how bad it was in Japan, okay? When they ended up doing their invasions and whatnot, one of the things that they would one of the things that they would do sometimes is that they would actually have contest to see who can chop off the heads of the soul of like people that they had captured, people who had surrendered, people who didn't want to die, people who were running away. You know, they would capture them, put them in a line, and have like some of the soldiers execute a number of them to see who can do it the fastest. And this was put forth in news pamphlets as if it were like a sport. I mean, they would force civilians as well as the aforementioned capturees I mentioned, you know, whether it's soldiers, whether it's like civilians, whether it's these kinds of, you know, in other words, people who clearly were not supposed to have been targeted or should not have been targeted at all in a war, but they were targeted anyways. They would sometimes bury them up to their neck, and 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 let me stress this here: the soldiers were not the ones burying them. They would force their neighbors and and people that they knew to bury them up to the neck, and those people would get buried up to the neck as well, and you would have like a row of people who would be buried up to their neck, who would be as large as and the row would be thick enough for a tank tread to go over, and then they would run those people over with a tank tread. I'm not exaggerating here. In fact, if anything, I'm underselling how fucking horrific Imperial Japan was during World War II. It is just absolutely fucking astounding. So yeah.
I have a little cough. I didn't have a little cough earlier.
Here's a good one. I'm from Nanking. Like you wouldn't go on the street and tell old folks they shouldn't dislike Japanese people. Like they still associate them losing their family and friends with them. Yeah, that's how bad it was. So imperialist Japan was insane
I think
as fuck.
Feudalist realism. I think you're right. I think it's valuable to learn not to. Actually, no. I feel like maybe it's pretty justified, right? Because the thing that made Aang different from, like, the Earth Kingdom or whatever else is, like, Aang had a truly humanist solution to the conflict, whereas otherwise, like, it would have just been, like, different governments fighting over who controlled the world, you know? Like the focus on non-essentialist resistance against the Fire Nation was important because Aang's, like, humanist pacifism was the thing that ended up successfully resolving the conflict, you know? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of a cop-out. I don't know if it was a cop-out. It was just... Yeah.
Well, in a sense, I don't think it was a cop-out. But also not to mention what Aang kind of did to Ozai there is kind of a fate worse than death. In a lot of ways, because benders tie their entire identity into bending, so taking away their bending is like even worse than killing them, because if you kill them you possibly create a martyrdom and all that stuff. You create a situation in which there might be loyalists out there and all that stuff. So you know, you still have a lot of problems, but of course by taking away his bending you make it so that way Ozai is like no longer someone who has as much power anymore, and they're not as powerful as the Avatar was. Even at the height of Sozin's comet, basically, they're not as powerful as the Avatar. The Avatar can just take your bending away. So, you know, and that sends a clear, distinctive message saying that, hey, don't take over the world. Don't. And that's like the obvious message there, or else you get your bending taken away, shit like that. So yeah. Also, not to mention, Ozai was so fucking scary in a lot of ways. Even not necessarily even as a kid. He's basically as scary as Hitler was portrayed as, even though Hitler was a fucking doofus. Like he's basically what Hitler wishes he could have been.
I thought Aang solved the issue with the giant turtle rocking up and giving him powers last minute. Wasn't there a whole speech by Iroh, which was like if he went and he confronted Azula, that it would just be seen as like a power coup. Like the conflict would have to be resolved in a way that like felt as though it was truly bringing about an end to things, as opposed to it just being like internal politic being settled.
Yeah, that was a thing. Yeah, that was a speech that he definitely did. Yep, that's right. You know, brothers killing brothers. Yep.
I mean, a lot of that was also to set up a big anime fight. Also because I feel like Iroh probably would have rocked Azula in like 3 seconds, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, not Azula, but Ozai. Sorry, no, sorry, not Azula, Ozai. Yeah, because it was like, do you want to go fight Ozai? And it was like,
I knew what he meant. He meant Ozai, not Azula.
I fight Ozai, like it's just a coup. If Aang brings down Ozai, then it's like the world peace or whatever. Why is Steven's humanist solution to White Diamond not as good as Aang's? Because the comparison there would have been like, if Aang had met a fucking Ozai, and Ozai had been like, I deserve the world, it's my world. Aang had been like, you look pretty silly right now. And then Ozai had cried for a while and apologized, and then like kept his power. That would have been like at the end of Avatar, Ozai had his bending taken away, was locked up for the rest of his life, presumably. The comparison to Steven Universe would have been, the difference being that the diamonds killed way more people than Ozai ever could have. So yeah, literally would have been like going up to Ozai, you look pretty silly right now, Ozai. You always need things. Isn't it that you look real dumb, Ozai? And then he like cries and falls off a rock or something, and when he wakes up, he's like, I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my life to humanitarian. that would have been the comparison, I think, to the end. Do you see the testimony today? No, that's the point of the stream, to watch the testimony. Yeah.
He's not wrong about that. I mean, I haven't seen Steven Universe, but you know, from what I've heard of the conflict of the whole thing with White Diamond and whatnot, is that White Diamond should have been like wiped off the face of the fucking map and whatnot. And you know, the very idea of like purity of ethnic identity isn't something you just like are grown out of or taken out of simply because, oh, you make fun of the person and then that's it, because that's just going to go ahead and make them. Sometimes you just need to hit someone over the fucking head in that regard. Sometimes you need to kill some of these people. I mean, that's just a fact. Sometimes you just need to kill some of these people because they're too dangerous to be left alone in society, especially if they have that kind of power. Anyone with ambitions of ethnic supremacy or racial supremacy or even species supremacy, even that has any amount of power, needs to be taken out and shot. I don't mind saying that at all, because these people are dangerous. They're people who will more or less not only poison the system that they're in, but they're poisoning the minds of the people who rely on that system for any kind of meaningful need, like for either food, for water, for transportation, for just participation in the democracy, for education that requires participation in the democracy. You know, it's very obvious what needs to happen with these people. And it seems like to a large degree, these people like, and in a lot of ways, these are not people that you can actually like debate out of their mindset. Now you can debate them in the public and sort of have conversations with them in the public that shows to the public how goofy they are, how incredibly fucked up they are, how absolutely and just utterly reprehensible that they are being, to in which even their supporters will go, Jesus fucking Christ, man, this guy's nuts. I better not follow him anymore. Simply because they'll be ashamed at the fact that they followed them, right? Shame is a good tactic for convincing people out of their positions. However, it's more for pushing people out of it's more for pushing people away from supporting this one person. they might end up not even like renouncing their position right away, but they'll end up thinking to themselves that this person is not only a dumbass and made himself look like a dumbass, but I look like a dumbass for supporting him. So they'll find someone else to basically throw their weight behind and not that won't make themselves look like a dumbass until, of course, they themselves are doing that. And once they go through that cycle over and over and over again enough, they will stop adopting those ideas. That will actually work. But, generally speaking, sometimes that kind of tactic won't even work. It's just a way to entrench people into cognitive dissonance even further. So, yeah.
I mean, theoretically. That happens after he already succeeded 98% of the evil plan. Well, they undid the Fire Nation shit. I mean, the colonies got turned into the neutral territory for Korra. But, like, I think stopping the genocide was probably... Oh, sorry. I ate rice and beans. I power ate rice and beans right before stream. Yeah, the United Republic. What are we looking at? Why? Yeah, Clay was assassinated, yeah. Did Steven's dad and Pink Diamond fuck? Canonically, yes. By the way, Vosh, I think the bad revolutionaries in ATLA wasn't too bad considering the whole gang was a bunch of revolutionary kids, not against revolutionary action in the show. I do think one thing they could have done to make it way worse is imagine if instead of it being like a bunch of kids in occupied territory or whatever, imagine if instead it had been like a gigantic Earth Kingdom resistance force or something. Because multiple times in the show, they do like support revolutionary action against the Fire Nation in occupied territory. Remember? Like, one of the earliest episodes was them breaking those Earth Kingdom prisoners free from that ship, the metal ship, when they bent the coal or whatever.
There's not much for me to talk about on this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and simply go to something else. Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty good. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a long one. I might have to watch that one some other time. I may not even watch it because I've already watched Bosch's little stream there, reaction to it. So yeah. You know what? I think we're done here. We've pretty much like done as much of the stream as we're possibly going to be doing since I've already done it for about 3 hours so far. Sorry about that. Let me just check the time here real quick. Yeah, it's basically been about 3 hours. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and end it right here. Oh look, an infinite version of me. There it goes. Loading, 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 and loading. An infinite version of me. Hello, me. Anyways, if you guys like this, if you guys like the content, I appreciate anyone who stayed for this long. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hold on. Don't want to have to unmute this when I start it up again. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Click the notification bell so you're notified when it is I go live. And yeah, if you guys didn't like the video, just make sure to leave a critical comment and thumbs down so I know exactly what's going on there. So I can improve myself, because after all, improvements obviously need to be made with me. So yeah, see you guys later.